doing distorted points of view. And then we're going to still be working with transformation just like we did yesterday with frozen boat. And if you remember yesterday when frozen boat, we're moving it up, down, left, and right. And I think we had it reflect across the x-axis and reflect across the y-axis. Am I right? All right. With that being said, we're going to be following the same type of thing. Now, if you look at the picture that is on your paper that you have, you notice that it doesn't really look like anything, does it? In fact, it kind of looks like light. Yeah, kind of looks like lightning. But they have up here the following are some values for the function of x. So when x is -2, the whole function is equal to 2. So if we were going to write that as an ordered pair, it'd be -2, 2. Follow me? If we're going to write this as an ordered pair, it'd be what? -1, 1. It'd be 0, 3. 1, 0. 2, 2. 3, -2, and 4, 2. Everybody follow me? I got that? So anytime you have something, this is saying I'm inputting this in, and this is what I'm getting out. This is my domain, this is my range. This is my x, and this is my f of x or y. Okay? It's all the same. So once you get it into this, what I have in the red, we can go ahead and we can plot the points on our graph. Well, down here, is a graph of the same function that we just talked about. And we can get the information from the graph. So if I go over here and I find my x is a -2. Everybody follow? And they want to know what my y is. Well, where's my y according to the graph? 2. 1, 2. So I will put a 2 across from it. Okay? Then it gives me the y this time. So I shouldn't even be looking down here. I should look for the y when it is a 1. So when y is a 1, what is x? -1. Right, follow? And then it gives me the 0, 3. And then it asks me when x is a 1 what the y is, okay? X is a 1, y is what? Am I moving anywhere up or down? It's 0. Then I have that x is a 2. So y is 2. Then once again it gives me a y this time. So I gotta look from right here. So I go over here and see when y is, oh, I'm sorry, y is a -2. Y is -2, then x is a what? 3. And then when y is a 2, 4. X is a 4. Okay? Everybody got me? And then I can very well go back in here and get my ordered pair all over again. That would be -2, 2. Now remember, there's a couple things. Remember, this is the domain. And this is my what? Range. Independent, dependent. Y is the same thing as f of x. The same exact thing. Okay? So if they kind of try to throw you off, make sure you're paying attention then. Anybody have any questions about that? Now what you're going to need most of this page, and when I get through lecturing, I'm going to leave this page up here. Okay? Because you're going to need this, just this part right here. Because if I don't leave it up here, you're going to end up flipping back and forth. And I don't want you to have to do that. Okay? Did everybody get that down, or do you need it? Okay, everybody look at the first page right. Notice it gives us our original graphic blue. And yours, of course, has to be black. And it's asking me y is equal to f, and then if you notice, I have to add what to the x? A 2. I have to add 2 to the x. So my process is going to be, okay, I'm going to write an f. And instead of me writing x, I'm going to put a what? A parentheses and a -4. Very good. So I have negative 4 plus 2. Okay? Which gives me negative 2. So I really have f of negative 2. Okay? Now listen what you have to do. This is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. Now you see where I have f of negative 2? We have to go back to the first page. And I go find out, okay, well, f of negative 2 is, what is it supposed to be equal to? Positive 2. So I put that number right here. Uh-huh. So let's do it again. Let's practice again. I'm going to put the f. And I'm putting parentheses, and instead of me putting just an x, I'm going to put a negative 3. So I'm going to have negative 3 plus 2. What's negative 3 plus 2? Negative 1. So I'm going to look for one f of negative 1. So I'll go back to the front page. So that's going to give me 1. Okay? So now I would plot negative 4, 2, negative 3, 1, and I put it on this graph. You got me? So can you finish that? Anybody have any questions about that? Any at all? Okay? And then if you look at the next one, it's the same exact thing, except instead of a plus, it has a what? Minus. Same exact thing. Now let's talk about
what do you do whenever you have a 5 or a 6?
A 5 or a 6, then you wouldn't plot.
You just put a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, you just put that, but we wouldn't plot. All right, so because it doesn't have value, just kind of like it's almost been undefined, but it doesn't have value. All right, so we go to the next page. Let me erase this up here. This is the last page. We're going to try to see it. All right, on the next page, notice this time the number is not on the inside. Everybody with me? It's not on the inside. So what you have to do is go ahead and find out, okay, this is f of negative 2, because that's the x, right? So we have f of negative 2 plus 2. Well, then you go back to the first page. Pay attention, because if you don't, you're going to miss it. Okay, what's f of negative 2? That's a 2. So I really have 2 plus 2. What was 2 plus 2? 4. See how that changed it a little bit?
So with the f of x, you have to go see what the other number
Yeah, you have to go see what it is. You have to see what f of negative 1 is, find that number, what it is, and then add 2 to it. Okay? Everybody follow me? We'll do another one, so we can make sure. So we're going to go out and we're going to find out what f of negative 1 is, and we're going to add 2 to it. So I go back to the first one. F of negative 1 is 1.
Or it's negative 4.
So then I give 1 plus 2. Well, what's 1 plus 2? 3. Okay, you got it? Got it? Anybody else have any questions? So the next one we look for was, what's f of 0? Is it 3? I don't know. So it'd be 3 plus 2, which is 5. And you can plot 5. Questions about that? Any else? And then you do the same thing, but except having a plus 2, you can have a what? Minus 2. All right, next page. Same concept, except I have to multiply. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to have f of 2 times negative 1. Okay, let's see. 2 times negative 1 gives me negative 2, am I right? So now I got to go find out what f of negative 2 is. So I go back to the first page. Let's see. And I'm supposed to get out of what? 2. Do you see why I'm going to leave that first page up for you to use? That way y'all don't have to keep putting your papers back. Everybody follow me? So what am I going to plug in this time? F And then it's gonna be what? 2 times negative 0.5. So we plug that in. Anybody got a calculator on what 2 times 0.5 is? Is it 1? Negative 1? So we go back over there, we're gonna find out what negative 1 is. Negative 1 is supposed to be a what? A 1. Okay? Any questions? Any at all? And then you do the same thing with 1/2 at the bottom. Okay, what about the next one? That's what Vinny was on, right? Everybody see 11? Everybody got 11 now? Okay, everybody got 11, so we can do one of those. Now, if you notice, there's a 2 on the outside, right? So that's going to be 2 times whatever f of negative 2 is. So that's going to be 2, and then we're going to have to find out what f of negative 2 is. So we go back to the original one. So it'll be 2 times 2 is a 20. So that's going to be a 2, right? So that'll be a 4. So every time you're going to have to go back to the original. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that screen up here so you don't have to flip the paper back and forth. Do we need to do another one? So all good? Okay, I want you to have the majority of the class here to get this done. That way you have calculators and everything to help you out and each other and me. All right? This is all we're doing today. This is all we're doing today. All right. Let's get into groups, get you a good partner, and let's get this done. If you don't have a